After the spring game, you kind of talked about you and Todd becoming a special connection. And, through the first 6 games, have you kind of seen that grow between the two of you over the summer and especially now through these first 6 games, especially, after Georgia Southern?
Yeah, I feel like each game we start gaining more confidence. He started gaining confidence in me, and he always tell me every time he coming to me like he loved throwing me the ball. He tell me every time like be ready, and that's like how confidence game basically throughout each game.
How much confidence does that give you? Him having that much confidence in you, and especially in the Georgia Southern game, going to you on back-to-back passes there on that quick touchdown drive.
That gave me a lot of confidence because I know I can make the play, and he know I can make the play. So that gave me a lot of confidence to like make the play when the ball's coming my way, and make it for the team really.
What kind of have you seen from Marshall's defense? A lot's been said kind of about how big they are up front, but what about kind of in the back end?
They got a pretty good DB core. They're physical. They got some good corners, good cover corners. Yeah, they got a good defense.
And
secondary.
And KT after Saturday kind of talked about how he needed to like lock in a little bit more. He had some bobbled passes, or maybe any like words of encouragement on the sideline, trying to help KT lock in and kind of get to where his potential can be.
Yeah, we know KT gonna make the play any other time. I mean, he had a drop or two, but we know the next time KT gonna make that play 10 times out of 10 actually.
If you go back to spring or early summer, or I'm not sure when it would be, but was there a moment in time where you kind of just noticed that Todd knew the system or fit really well in this offense?
I would probably say like that last spring scrimmage. I feel like that's when things started clicking, and he got comfortable with the offense, and I knew it was gonna like go over to the fall camp, and I knew we was gonna be in good shape.
What has it been like for you this year, taking a step in from last year and being able to see your game kind of grow, and how have you kind of seen it grow?
It's been big because I kind of like had this, I envisioned this, like being the man one day and stepping up big time for the team. So it's like I always prepare for this moment. So like, really, it means a lot, but I was ready for it. I was ready to like get in this position, be in this position.
Yeah, at what point were you sitting there like kind of envisioning that you'd be able to have this much of a role in the offense?
Probably when I was sitting behind Polk and Riley and watching them boys ball out, and I was like, I know one day I'm gonna get my time, because I was just watching them boys ball, and to me, I was just thinking like, it's it looked easy out there to them, and I know when I get my time, it's gonna be easy for me. So I feel like it was just a smooth transition, really no pressure for me.
At this point throughout the season, what have you kind of seen this wide receiver room really grow at the most, even despite losing last week?
I would say leadership. We grew up as in leadership and like taking like accountability for everybody in the room, because if one mess up, we all mess up. And when big moments come, we know we got to make the play, and we never shy away from like big moments in this room.
And yesterday, Signetti kind of mentioned the mentality of critique and then file away, and he wanted to instill that with you guys. How are you guys kind of instilling that mindset with each other with that accountability you mentioned?
I don't really get the question. Like you said,
like talking about last game, looking at the film and then just filing it away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we made some mistakes, but like Coach said, if one person make mistake, we all we miss a block, it's everybody's fault. Like it's all our fault, and we all kind of took that step up of like just having everybody coming along, taking accountability for each other, and making sure it don't happen again.
Earlier, he talked about last game kind of serving as a point to refocus. Maybe after starting 5-0, maybe people were letting the standard drop. How have you kind of seen the team refocus and kind of set that standard back to where you guys had at the beginning of the year?
We know, losing comes with the game. We ain't want to lose, but that's what come with it. And we can't just the season over just because we lost. We got to bounce back, refocus, and get ready for Marshall. Like we know the season not over. We got a long season ahead. We just got to refocus, get back.
How exciting is it to be back at Bridgeport this Saturday after back-to-back road games and going pretty far both times?
It's pretty exciting. It seemed like we ain't been home in a little minute, but I can't wait to see the crowd. You know, hear them cheer on. It's gonna be a big crowd.
What was the urgency kind of like in the fourth quarter when you had to go down the field, multiple times? You had that 91-yard touchdown drive, like less than a minute, and then are those things you feel like you can build off going forward?
Well, like when it was happening, like whole time I was like, man, we gotta score. Like we know defense they was getting scored on, but we was like, man, we gotta score. We gotta put ourselves back in the game to at least give defense a chance to stop them boys. And like we knew, like the whole time we was on the sideline, we was saying we gotta make a play. We have to make this play. And that was really the urgency.
You've had so many catches kind of going over the middle, slant routes off kind of the RPOs and stuff. What's kind of your mindset, going into the teeth of the defense and you have guys closing in on you? Like, where do you kind of get that, like, fearlessness from?
Just focusing, really. I'll say I get it from my mom. I mean, I don't really know, but it's just me focusing, locking in on the ball, doing what I got to do. Just know I got to catch the ball. Every time I got that mindset, every time the ball come my way, I have to catch it.
You talk about getting that from your mom. What about that? Why did she kind of pop in your head when you said that?
Because like just the way like she raised us, she always been like a fearless woman. She always been like she'll play the role of like mom and dad basically, and like she always been like so fearless, and she's such a like stand up person, like speak first person. Like she gonna tell you when you wrong, when you right. She like just one of those.